A shootout in Houston. We only gonna spend 10 minutes on this. And then we're gonna move over into what's happening in Chicago, all right? Because they on the radar. Shootout in Houston. This is what happened.
Right here, this is where the first two shots were fired.
Showing us the bullet holes at his home.
These are the two they shot towards our direction.
Willie Jones still feels violated.
They're real scary.
Last month, at around 2 a.m., two suspects showed up to Willie's home in southwest Fort Worth, armed and with special technology used to steal cars. The suspect removes the car's side window.
I didn't even know that I thought that they just bust out the windows. I guess it makes sense to remove the car side window because you don't make as much noise. They got the motion light on. They're able to remove whole windows now. They taking out the whole window with new technology. That means that they investing in themselves. They're investing in themselves. They now have technology that allows for them to quickly remove the whole car window. I didn't even know that you can do that. What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all so good at theft? Why are y'all so good at stealing? Why are y'all so good at theft and stealing? Why is this even a thing? This is in Houston. This is in Fort Worth. Okay, I want to make sure that y'all understand where this is at. I'm sorry, not Houston. The Dallas-Fort Worth area. Not Houston. The Dallas-Fort Worth area. All right?
Then the suspect climbed into the driver's seat.
My spotlight was on and everything, but they didn't care.
That's a nice neighborhood. Look at this neighborhood. Watch this.
Climbed into the driver's seat.
My spotlight.
Look at that neighborhood. Look how big that house is over there. That looks like a nice neighborhood. All brick homes, huge roofs, look like 2-3-story homes. Got a nice black man. He lived to see whatever age he is. He got a perfectly lined up afro, full head of hair. That's a hardworking man that is trying to live his life and just chill and relax and have a good time. He ain't bothering nobody. He ain't bothering nobody. This man is trying to relax and chill. And now you got people stealing his cars, taking out his windows inside of his nice neighborhood.
Was on and everything, but they didn't care.
Willie and his son got the alert from their home camera, so they came out. An attempted car theft turned into a gun battle.
I said, I told my son, hey, back up, back up.
It's time to go at that point. It's time to go. Let me go ahead and listen. I love the fact that this gentleman is defending his home. I love the fact that, oh, wow, my link just popped. Oh, no, it ain't. It's still the same. Oh, yeah, it did pop back out. I love the fact that this older gentleman is able to defend his home and he don't have any problems or anything like that as far as willingness to let him fly. I love the fact that Texas allows for you to carry and defend your home and defend your property. I like the fact that they're able to do that. But for me and mine, it's time to move, bro. It's time to go. Whenever I got to be woken up in the middle of the night with bang, bang, it's time to go. I don't care how big the houses are. I don't hear, unless it's now, if it's a domestic violence situation, I'm inclined to stay. Because then that means if I hear some beating up and some people, furniture moving, that sound like a personal issue that don't have nothing to do with the crime that's in the area. Domestic violence disputes are different. But if this is, we having a shootout back and forth and they willing to shoot, bang, bang, even after they tried to steal my car, then that's a bigger problem that we got on our hands. That means that it's time to move. Y'all know when y'all go and see these properties, all right? I know y'all like to move around. I know y'all like to buy homes, get high interest rates, pay the bank for over 30 years, possibly get your home foreclosed on, pay high property taxes. I know that that's what y'all like. So when y'all go and buy these homes, I want to make sure that y'all know that y'all are supposed to be going and visiting these places several different nights of the week at night, preferably somewhere around the 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock time. 1-ish sometimes if you can sneak it in on the weekends. You want to go and ride around the neighborhood around that time of the night multiple different times. Do your due diligence. That is a part of the due diligence because you need to know what happens at night inside of that neighborhood. Are people running around with the full shiesty mask on? Are they out there stealing cars? Do you hear a lot of police sirens? Do you just so happen to hear a bang bang a couple different times? That'll tell you whether or not you want to raise your children in that neighborhood and make a capital investment. The home that you buy and the place that you live in is one of the biggest investments that you ever make in your entire life. That's the second biggest investment that you ever going to make. Maybe the third. It's probably the third big. No, I take it back. It's the third biggest investment that you'll ever make in your life. The home and the place that you live in, it'll probably be the most money that you ever spend. Not the cars, not the clothes, not none of that. It's going to be the home. What's the second biggest investment that you ever going to make? The career path that you decide to take. Some people are still paying interest on their loans. They're going to pay 100 times more, and then they're going to die on their student loans. What's the first biggest investment that you're going to ever make? The person that you lay next to. The person that you lay next to. Oh my gosh. The first biggest investment that you're going to make is the person that you lay next to. The second biggest investment that you're going to make is how you earn in yourself. And the third biggest thing that you're probably going to spend money on is your home. And so you got to be very careful. Y'all can't just take this lightly. You got to be careful.
When the suspect fired, Willie shot back.
I decided to fire the 2 shots in the air and let them know that I have a weapon over here.
That sent the suspects rushing back to their white Camaro.
They were still shooting as they were running.
The suspects sped off. No one was hurt.
You could have easily been hit.
Yes.
What do you say to people who say, you have insurance, just let them go?
They coming in my yard, on my property, trying to get my vehicle.
That's why insurance is so high. That's why insurance is so high, because you got insurance, just let them go. No. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. You're not going to come on my property without leaving with all of your limbs and your arteries is working. Somebody got to go to the hospital. Somebody got to get arrested in the hospital. You can't just keep on breaking into my stuff and thinking that it's cool. You can't do that. That's not cool. It's not kosher. It don't make sense to me. That's why insurance is so high, because people keep saying, oh, it's just insurance. It's not worth taking a life. You and I got a different philosophy when it comes to that.
Protecting my property. Yes. And that's...
Lennox Logic says, I don't usually address people with no profile pictures because I firmly believe that they jack off in their socks. Honest to God, I do believe people with no profile pictures are the type of people that jack off in their socks. He says, Anton talks big and runs. Facts. I'm all on camera, running everywhere. All on camera. On all of the body cams, on all of the ring cameras, I just run. Oh my God, I'm running. Oh my God, I'm running. Anton is proactive. Anton makes sure that he doesn't live in the same neighborhood as you. Lennox Logic 1997. I just don't live where hood boogers are. I could leave my door open for the whole week, cars unlocked, nothing happens to it. I'm able and I'm blessed to be able to be in environments where I don't have to worry about such nonsense. I don't I don't interact with hood boogers like that. Linux Logic 1997. What a hell of a name. Hell of a screen name, buddy. It's not about being tough. That's what, see, this is what black people don't, black culture. Let me revise that. This is what black culture don't understand. You defending your property is not about being tough. You making sure that you make smart decisions is not about being tough. You get it now? Y'all, Linux Logic, the internet thug, Linux Logic, think that it's conducive for you to bust it open, bust. It's not. If anybody steps on your property or anybody breaks into your property, you as a man, as a individual, not a tough one, but just a logical person, should be in a position to ensure that your family, your property, and your things is safe. I didn't know that that was a tough thing. I thought that women should be able to go to the shooting range, and that, yes, my wife has her CPL and she is at the shooting range, and I ensure that she knows how to defend herself, and that, you know, she is in a position that if anything was to ever happen and I wasn't there, hopefully everything goes in her favor. I didn't know that that was a tough thing. I thought that that was just being an American right. I thought that that was just being a American and a human that wants the best for your people and don't want anything to happen to your daughter, and you want to keep your stuff safe, and you don't think that anybody should be taking your stuff from you. I didn't know that. Anton, the one that says move and run to a new neighborhood. Yes, be proactive. You know why? Because I have a daughter and I have a life to live. Self-preservation. You first be proactive, but if need be, then you defend. I don't know anybody that wants to deal with crime. And you know what the interesting part about it is? Let me show y'all something. Let me tell you something. It's always and see, this is why they call you lame. You the person that give us a bad name. Us citizens that love happiness and peace and safety, you give it a bad name because you're the type of person that talks tough with a name like Linux Logic 1997, and you're sitting, you should be on the same page as me. Hey man, we don't want no problems. Make sure we keep our community safe, get away from the YNs, and keep it moving. This is why they call us lame. It's not that we're lame. It's people like you, internet thugs, that talk so tough with no profile picture, subscribed into my chat, and you are giving off the wrong impression as though you are tough, and you are not. And I will tell you that it's the people that talk the toughest on the internet that say what they would and wouldn't do to somebody that really is the ones that wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, wouldn't bust a water balloon. If I was to ever do something, why would I tell you on the internet? You give us a bad name because it's the people like you that perpetuate a narrative, and then that's why they call us lame. It's not because we lame because we smart. We lame because you, Linux Logic 1997 on the internet with no profile picture and a teal background, likes to talk tough, and you try to make it seem like we should be tougher than we really are, when in reality, we shouldn't have to do that because we pay taxes and we ensure that the police officers and public safety is fully funded. It's you, it's y'all. It's the lames like you that give us a bad name. What makes you lame is Linux Logic likes to talk tough and try to put this narrative on other people, but I'm not going to fall for it. You know why? Because I'm a citizen. Because I am a person that do not believe in violence in my community. I do believe in going where you appreciate it instead of where you tolerate it. You are, my friend, the lame. You are the real lame. You are the person, the pocket protector crew that should be protecting your pockets, but instead you're talking tough on the internet while you subscribe to my channel. Talking tough in your phone.
That's my right.
You see, Willie says he's had enough.
Fed up, big time.
He says this is the third time thieves have targeted his vehicles. Last year, the family's Camaro was stolen and never recovered. This time, they didn't get away with the car, but the suspects are still on the run. In Fort Worth, I'm Adriana D'Alba.
Yeah, I think that everybody should be protected in their home. I advocate for, I don't know what the laws are in y'all cities and in y'all states, but I'm a huge advocate for making sure that you are in a position to protect yourself and your property. And I think that all of these guys that are out here stealing and putting their hands on other people's stuff, they should be held accountable. I hope they get the hardest sentence possible and that they never able to put their hands on other people's property again.